sharing with you in this video 3 ways to keep your energy high when creating your dreams and goals. And so the first thing that I want to share with you in this video in terms of how to actually do this is to have discipline. And this might seem counterintuitive, it might seem backward. It's like, wouldn't putting in discipline require a lot of effort, and wouldn't that feel very difficult? And that is true. It does require a lot of effort to put in discipline. It does require, so to speak, putting in a lot of work at certain times. But really what I want you to keep in mind as well is that the more discipline that you put in and the more consistent you are, the higher your energy actually stays. So every single time that you do something that you feel like you didn't want to do, that was maybe difficult for you to do, but you did it anyway, what you'll find is that your energy gets a little bit higher. Why? Because you gain a little bit more self-trust, a little bit more trust within yourself, because you know that, okay, maybe I didn't want to do this thing, maybe I didn't quote unquote feel like it, but you take some space between you and that feeling and you say, you know what, this feeling is not me. It doesn't define me. It doesn't have to define even my state, because if I choose to do something else instead, you know that your state can actually change. And every single time you do this, and you do this again and again and again, this is what we call discipline. This is what discipline is. It's going against your feelings sometimes and then doing it anyway, and then your energy gets higher. And it's almost like you train and condition yourself consciously to keep your energy high on a moment-to-moment basis. So when you feel like you're in a haze, or maybe you feel like you're down a little bit, you don't allow that to control you, and you snap yourself out of it. And there's going to be times where you still feel like you're not fully enjoying what you're doing, and that maybe you, and not in the sense that you don't enjoy it, it sounds pretty bad to say it like that, but of course you love what you do, but it's like there's a little bit of resistance there. There's a little bit of negativity there, but you do it anyway, and you find that that's how you get out of it, because the only way out of something is through something, and you're not going to be able to avoid the discipline aspect of it to keep your energy high. And in fact, oftentimes the thing that people lack in order to finally get their energy high to the level that they want it to be is discipline in of itself. And so the second thing that I want to share with you in this video, the second way to keep your energy high when creating your dreams and goals, is to take radical action. Oftentimes what keeps your energy stuck, what keeps you stagnant, what keeps you in a state of just feeling very low and not high energy is inaction. So oftentimes, again, when you feel stressed, or you feel negative, or you feel like something is really, really bad going on, like you feel it in your body and you feel upset and you feel angry, something that a mentor told me that I work with that stuck with me still to this day, and still I can't forget about, is that really anxiety and stress is just pointing to something that you're not taking action on. That's all it is. So when we can begin to take more radical action and more consistency towards whatever it is that we want to do, and do this consistently, again, every single day, snap yourself out of the negativity, take radical action, become, so to speak, a consistent action taker. Just that's who you are. You take action consistently. People look at you and they say that he or she will just, they always take action. They're just an action taker. They execute. Like if you give them something, they're going to execute it. They are going to execute it. They most likely are going to do it. That takes radical action. That means that you replace overthinking, you replace overanalyzing, you replace perfectionism, you replace everything needing to be perfect according to how you think exactly it has to be, exactly how you think it has to be, and you just replace that with more doing, more action taking. Now you don't lose the being. That's the most important thing, I think, is to keep the energy high and to keep yourself in a high state, and to actually make it so that it's sustainable in the long run. What you want to do is never lose the beingness while you're doing all of that radical action. That's what I would say is a powerful step that you can take in order to make that radical action actually consistent, something that you're able to stay consistent in over the long run. And then so the final thing that I want to share with you in this video, the final way to keep your energy high when creating your dreams and goals is to stop telling people where you're going. Tell them the results. Because honestly, at the end of the day, telling people what you're going to do and where you're going, while you're doing that, that's energy that you could be using to actually act towards the goal in of itself. And so I think that we can get stuck in a loop sometimes. I'm definitely guilty of this, where we just tell people everything that we're going to do. And again, that's energy, that's literal life force energy. Time is limited, right? It's not like you have unlimited energy and unlimited time in your entire life. So every single second that you spend explaining to somebody what you're going to do and how excited you are about your goals, and it's like, that's understandable if you want to do it one time or twice, maybe even 3 times, but anything past that, now you're just delaying the action that you know you need to take in order to actually be where you want to be. And even 2 or 3 times is probably even too many times. Maybe even once is enough. Maybe you need to let it out of your system one time, be excited about it, be happy about it. But again, every single time you do that again and again and again, why not just use that life force, use that energy to actually take action instead on a consistent basis? What this is going to start to allow you to do is to, again, become that person that you start to tell people about the results that you're getting instead of everything that you're doing. Because eventually when somebody just keeps talking about everything that they're going to be doing and everything that they're going to do and all the things that they're excited about, it's like you lose credibility because you're not doing it. You're not actually, you're not doing anything with it. You're telling people all this amazing stuff that you're going to do, yet again, you're not doing it. So the key is to start telling people everything that you've already achieved, all the results that you've already gotten. And I think that this is going to help you to retain your life force, to keep your energy high, so that then you can do more of what you want without actually telling people about it, but they look at you and you're just doing it. You become the person that always is just working on things instead of telling people everything that you're going to be working on.